Welcome in.
Welcome in to this. What is today? Wednesday? Welcome into Wednesday's episode of the Sit and Chat here at the Hyatt. I am Zack Geoghegan, joined as always by Jack Pilgrim. We are here to preview Kentucky versus Oklahoma. The Sooners coming to town. Otega-Oweh, round 3. Jack, we'll send it over to you.
What radio station are you doing?
96.9.
Why'd you stop there?
The Bang. I think that's a good radio station.
All right, sorry. It's a late night. It's loopy. Things are getting ridiculous. Jack Pilgrim here with Zack Geoghegan, ready to preview Kentucky versus the Oklahoma Sooners. As Zach said, the round 3 of Otega-Oweh versus the Sooners. I am so jazzed to watch Otega absolutely pound the Sooners again. 27.5 points game average last season. 2 game winners. Both of them just of beautiful fashion, like Euro runner off balance, hook shot kind of hootenanny on the in Norman, and then in Nashville, the SEC tournament. One of the biggest pops I can remember. I'm so glad that we were sitting by each other for that and got to witness just like one of like all-time BBN moment. Yeah. That was just a coast to coast off balance floater from Otega at the baseline, basically at the buzzer. 2 magnificent moments of a very fun season for Mark Pope.
Now remind me, you didn't go to Norman last year, did you?
We did not. That was the Adam Stratton game.
That's right. Okay, yes. Okay. Yes, the Adam Stratton game. Not the Otega-Oweh game, the Adam Stratton game. What I remember from the Nashville game, though, the SEC tournament, is so I think someone posted, I forget who it was, someone posted on Twitter today, like, the 8-0 start that Kentucky had, which I kind of almost completely forgot about, and the pop that we had from that. Like, that game was that was an awesome game, like, from start to finish. You remember, like, I remember the Otega-Oweh hitting his game-winning shot because it happened, like, right in front of Jack and I. And I remember when he hit the game winner, my hands were shaking as I was trying to write the recap. I was, like, just hitting Jack in the knee because I'm not going to hit myself, obviously, so I got to take out my pent-up energy on somebody else. So,
HR?
Yeah, that was a very fun experience. Hopefully, though, Jack, we don't have to have an Otega-Oweh game winner today because that would mean that this 1-8 Oklahoma team in the SEC is playing good or Kentucky is playing bad, and we don't want that. So we'd rather have Otega-Oweh just get his 20 points and Kentucky walk out of here with a 15-point
We also don't want to get to a point where you have to get a game winner from Otega because of how they nearly crumbled down the stretch in that Nashville game.
Right.
That was horrible. Like,
that was horrible.
A horrible 0 out of 10 experience to watch them have we're writing the takeaways of like, oh yeah, game sealed. Who are we previewing for the next round? All that stuff. And then it got to a point where like we choked it away. It's over. How did we lose that game? So I'm glad that we got the celebration, but let's not do the things that led to the like necessary celebration.
Let's set the scene. Let's set the scene of what's going on.
9.5 point favorite. Oklahoma, very not good. Porter Moser is probably going to get fired.
We had this exact same conversation about him last year.
If not already fired. His team is just a horrible start in the SEC. 8 straight losses. They've lost in every form and fashion. They've gotten up by a bunch and crumbled. They've gotten behind and nearly came back and then came up just short. They have found ways to lose. They've invented new ways to lose basketball games.
Yeah, so I think their first win was against Mississippi State, open SEC play. That was a good win for them. Kentucky pretty comfortably beat Mississippi State. And then, have lost 8 straight. And I know that there's kind of like a narrative like, some of those games have been close. Some of them, yes. I think one of them was an OT game, maybe against Texas A&M. But they lost by like 17 or 15 to South Carolina. Lost by a bunch to Alabama. They lost by a bunch to Texas. Lost by a bunch to Florida. Like, they have, I think, 3 double-digit losses in SEC play. So they have had some close games and some weird games, but they've also gotten blown out. So it's not like a team that, is right on the edge of, like, being 4-4 or 4-5 in the SEC or 5-4 in the SEC. This is a legitimate, like, 1-8 team, maybe 3-6 at best, if you're kind of, like, really giving Oklahoma the benefit of the doubt there. I say all that knowing that Kentucky, there's kind of 2 versions of the team right now, so it's which one's going to show up, the Vanderbilt one or the Arkansas one. If it's the Arkansas one, Kentucky's going to win this game pretty easily. If it's the Vanderbilt one, we might need another Otega-Oweh game winner down the stretch.
Yeah, and that's the scary part. It's almost like we're speaking the trap game stuff into existence to go, hey, don't screw this up. This is a cannot-lose game for Kentucky. It's the easiest game left on your schedule. It's the only quad 3 left.
Literally.
You have to win this game if you even want a shot of dreaming big of like, hey, if they do this, and the ball bounces your way this way, then you could talk yourself into a double bye. And, man, there's still a slight sliver of hope that they could win the SEC. Like, it's unlikely, but it's still on the table. All of that stuff is thrown in the garbage if you lose this game tonight. So I think talking to the players yesterday, as you will recall, Colin and Trent, it was both like, hey, how do you not choke this one? How do you, like, it's a trap game. How do you not let this be a trap game? And they were, saying all the right things about Oklahoma. Do you buy that they feel this is a trap game and aren't going to let it slip away?
Yes, because of the Ortega angle. Kind of interestingly enough, because Ortega has this, and even Brandon Garrison to an effect. He went to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma's a rival, so like those two guys, they're up for this game, and those are the two guys that, when they get emotions, and like when their emotions are high, everyone else usually kind of follows in step. So I don't doubt that those two, BG and Ortega Owe, will come out ready, energized, ready to play for this game. And I do expect everyone else to kind of follow in suit and follow along with them. So from that aspect of like just knowing that Ortega is probably going to be ready to go, BG is going to be ready to go, I think that will help avoid the whole trap game thing. And they've played these games. They know that, like, all of a sudden they can play terribly. So I would hope that that's been a very big point of emphasis is, like, okay, Nigel Pack can shoot the hell out of the ball. Xavier Brown, really, really good player. Like, they're kind of a top-heavy team, Oklahoma. Yeah. We don't have to dive into them too much. Yeah. They basically have 4 guys that score in double figures, and then no one else does anything else. So you slow down Nigel Pack, you slow down Xavier Brown, you're probably going to have a good chance of winning this game. I mean, Nigel Pack, I saw a clip today of Reed Shepherd blocking him on this floor 2 years ago, which is like just crazy to think about looking back on how everything's gone since then. Nigel Pack returning, Reed Shepherd being kind of a good player in the NBA, but because he was at Miami then. And I think Xavier Brown comes from St. Joseph's. I think Brandon Ramsey, maybe you said that St. Joseph's played Xavier Brown, or Kentucky played St. Joseph's and Xavier Brown 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. 2 years ago. Almost lost. So there you go. So, like, these guys have some familiarity with playing Kentucky. Will that matter? Probably not. But they're fighting more for Porter Moser's job. Do they actually like Porter Moser? I guess we'll find out over the next few games for Oklahoma if they actually like him.
It says no
so
to me.
There's a very real chance that Oklahoma comes in here and just absolutely poops the bed, and they lose this game by a lot.
And to Kentucky's credit, what Kentucky does really, really well, getting out in transition, Oklahoma does really, really poorly. So there is a path to say all of the advantages are Kentucky's way. Mm-hmm. It's now up to them to take advantage. Like, if they don't come out and play with that assertiveness and that physicality and, like, the pace, wanting to get out in transition, wanting to capitalize on what they don't do well, then it could turn into. But like if they play to their game and play bring the same intensity that they did down in Fayetteville, this could be a 20-point win. But it's just, you never know with this team. It is so much easier said than done with this team.
Yeah, and that's why we're always like, saying these things, then add the but in there, because we're like, we've seen this team kind of choke and crumble in times like this before. So have they actually turned the corner? Like, this will be a kind of a good a good test for that, because of all the games left on the schedule, like if you want to talk about real must-wins, you can't lose the one quad 3 game left on your resume right now.
It's not a must-win. It's a can't lose.
That's a better way to put it. Yes, it is a can't. I get what you're saying.
Must-win feels like the pressure's on you to win and prove something.
Yes.
This is like, hey, all the pressure's on them to get out of this 8-game losing streak.
Fair.
It's on us to like, hey, don't choke it. Yeah. Don't waste this opportunity.
Well, because you've got this built-up momentum from the Arkansas game. You got the Denims coming out on Saturday. 8:30 tip for that game. Goodness gracious. Some long 9 o'clock for this game too. That's crazy. So you got a lot of momentum going into that game. That's going to be a big thing. So obviously you beat Tennessee earlier, so you don't want to drop an egg here, because you're going to kind of kill some of that momentum going into Saturday's game. But I do think Kentucky is, if we do what we saw against Arkansas, Kentucky will win this game. I feel very confident in saying that, but I'm not 100% confident in saying that Kentucky team is going to show up today, because we just have to see it for a little bit, longer stretches against quality teams. Obviously, Oklahoma's not up on that higher quality. Kentucky's went on a 5-game winning streak against teams that were better than this Oklahoma team. So
sources say his own Spencer Smith. Come here, Spencer. Let's
get him in here.
Come here.
Give us some analytical takes.
Fun story here with Spencer, formerly on the Oklahoma staff. So his heart is a little pulled in multiple directions. Oh. How are you feeling tonight, Spencer? Former Oklahoma Sooner yourself.
These guys with their
it's a little odd. My wife is over here and she's judging me a little bit for not wearing any OU gear. She almost wore an OU shirt herself. None of the staff that I worked for is there. None of the players that I was with are there. I've bled blue since I was born, so I'm all Kentucky tonight. I'm committed to the bit.
How does the game, we're wrapping up, but how does the game unfold? What are some of the things that you need to see from Kentucky, and what are the things you hope you don't see from Oklahoma?
It's going to be I just think it's going to be one of those weird Wednesday night games, 9 o'clock tip, late, cold. I think it's going to be kind of one of those awkward games. I think it's going to be tight with about 5 or 6 minutes to go, and then I think the Cats pull it out. I think we make free throws down the stretch. I hope Nigel Pack and some of those guys don't get hot from three. Cats pull it out by 8 or 10 points.
Game MVP?
Let's go Malachi Moreno.
Ooh, nice. I like that. Go show your wife Rupp Arena for the first time. I envy her being able to experience Rupp for the first time. Very, very cool for them. But yeah, shout out Spencer Smith.
Shout out.
Let's go ahead and transition into our pregame picks and player MVP. Shout out Parlor Pizza. Thank you to them for always just being our rock and just holding firm with
Jack,
them.
I want to tell you the moment where you get kicked out of the lobby of the hotel in Fayetteville, when you are giving your shout out to Parlor Pizza as the video is ending.
Yeah.
One of the funnier things that I think I've seen in the last couple of weeks. So bravo to both of you for managing to get through that. I could feel the tension seething out of your teeth when you were trying to shout out Parlor Pizza. But hey, he's
anything for Parlor Pizza,
company man over here. That's
anything
right.
for Parlor Pizza and their the hot honey pepperoni. I love their like. Well, everything but the garlic sticks, the pepperoni bombs, the craft beer selection. It's all just absolutely delicious. They go to their happy hour, especially. But yeah, shout out to our friends at Parlor Pizza. Multiple locations, including a new one in Lexington, a new one being built right now in Richmond. So shout out Parlor Pizza.
Shout out
your Parlor Pizza pregame player of the game.
Player of the game. Well, let me do my score first. I'll go 84-77 Kentucky.
Okay.
So I do think this has potential for Kentucky to play into the 80s. MVP, I think Malachi's a good pick because he's just been playing well. But I do want to go with Ortega. I think you're going to get another 20-point performance from him. I don't know how he gets it. It could be all from the free throw line. It could be all from in the paint. Who knows? But he's going to get his 20 points. I do think Kentucky pulls away there at the end, kind of like what Spencer was saying. And we get a nice, comfortable win leaving here in the bitter cold at 11:20 in the morning or at night.
I'm feeling even better about the Cats. I think they're past it. I think they've grown up. I think they're growing up right before our eyes. I think the immaturity and the slow starts and the choke jobs at the end, all the things that have held this team back in before, I think we're past it. I think it's time. This is going to be the breakthrough performance where we get a complete 40-minute performance in a Fayetteville and followed it up with another complete 40-minute performance, and it's going to lead to a double-digit victory for the Cats. I'm going 86-72.
Oof.
They cover the spread, looked very, very good doing it, and man, I hate that you took my Ortega. It's a cop-out one, but I'm going to go Denzel. Denzel was born for this moment. I like that all the attention's on Nigel Pack and wanting to another superstar guard on their side. I like how both of our star guards responded very, very well. Ortega and Denzel down in Fayetteville. I think they're going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to go our starting backcourt versus their starting backcourt. Kentucky wins big time. Parlor Pizza game MVP is going to be Denzel Aberdeen, and we're going to be celebrating on the other side of this. I'm very excited. I cannot wait, and we will